All right, guys. Oh,
hang on, I got kids. Hang on.
My name's Tom Pascal. By day, I'm just your regular in the rat race, hardworking guy. But at night, I'm trying to do a little startup. I have been for a couple months. Nothing crazy yet, but it's called Fandom Flashbacks, and we'll get into more detail about what that is later. But another idea I had that I wanted to pursue while I was, working hard towards that business was I wanted to document the struggle in the process of me doing it. And I've done a couple videos here and there. I realized I'm a little bit uncomfortable behind the camera, so I decided to try something else on camera, and I'm going to do an interview today. A good friend of mine of almost 16 years now, Vincent. So he's going to be our guest today. How you doing?
What's goody? What's happening? Now, what's up, though? You good?
Chilling.
Good. What's up, people?
Let's start with you telling them just a little bit about yourself and what you do.
My name is, by birth, Vincent AKA, man. A lot of people know me by Chenzo. I guess my alias would be Martale. So if you were looking for me, you would look up Martale Music on any social media platform. I'm just, I'm a guy that loves music. I'm passionate about the artistry behind music. I've been doing it for a while. I move with some really cool people, some giants. And I'm an advocate for creativity and love.
All right. That being said, obviously you're following your passion in music. First question: when did you first realize that you really wanted to devote your life to music?
My life. That would have had to have happened, I would say 6th, 7th grade, Dunbar Middle School. It was 6th grade, Dunbar Middle School, actually. Miss Woodard, my choir teacher, she was the first person to ever show me that there are rules. Music can be broken down into a science, and you can manipulate these elements to make whatever you want. And once I learned that, not only do I have that ability, but I have the ability to do things that other people like as well. I was like, oh, and I loved it. So it was really at that moment. It was love. It was over.
Love and a happiness thing for you, huh?
Oh yeah. For sure.
All right. Next question is: do you 6th, 7th grade is a pretty young age to realize that something's your calling, or maybe it's not. What do you think on that? Do you think it's that normally happens, or?
I think that things are revealed to us when they're supposed to be. So, you have some people. You got Michael Jackson who started. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. So, but then you have other people who like The Dream, who I don't know when he found his calling, but I know he didn't really explode till he was in his mid-20s. You got Future, who blew up crazy when he was closer to his 30s. It's your calling isn't. I don't think there's a timestamp you could put on the calling. I do think that I couldn't have missed it because my mom was a choir director, so music was there from the jump at church. Church rehearsals. It was always there. Yeah. But it wasn't until I sat down and became a student of music that I decided, okay, yeah, this is
to answer the calling. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people maybe have a calling and they don't answer it, maybe for fear or judgment, or some people just get made fun of for what they're interested in. Who knows?
Absolutely.
Was there any event or person that kind of made you doubt yourself in that sense?
Me? If I'm being honest, I'm probably my worst critic. Because I guess when you, I guess the best way to describe this is like if everybody tells you yes all the time, there's nobody really to tell you no. You know what I mean? So somebody has to tell you no. And I became that voice for myself. Not saying that I'm the best or whatever, but it's just when I would make things, it was always, oh, that's dope. And so it would kind of get to me like, dang, are they being sincere? Do they just, are they just trying to be supportive? So those doubts are creeping to your mind. And what I've learned, and shout out to my man Pre, pre-made. He does a lot of visuals, and just he's an awesome creator, an incredible friend. You know what I'm saying? And he showed me, he told me rather, the first time I had ever heard it, that success lies on the other side of fear. And the moment that you start to look at your fear as a challenge, or you start to embrace your fear as an opportunity to become the next part of your personal evolution, the moment you make that realization is the moment you acquire success. I don't think anybody, I'm sure, I guess they exist, but there's probably not a lot of people who became successful without experiencing fear.
Got you. Okay. Also, I know you've done some work with Solar Slim, Richie Branson.
Solar, going solar.
And you got to travel to Japan.
Yeah, Tokyo.
Tell me about that experience, especially seeing your boys grow into what they have. Because I've known them for 15 years now, and these.
Yeah, we're related.
You're real related. Cousins. Like
so it was amazing. It continues to be amazing as it pertains to Tokyo specifically. It was really eye-opening for me because I really didn't understand the extent to which hip-hop really reaches music, urban music, truly reaches and touches people. Like, we went out there, we did a show at Coin Bar. Shout out to Coin Bar. They showed us a lot of love. But then right after the show, there was some street performers. Shout out to the Fat Pack. Ooh, Fat Pack out there in Japan, man. They was jamming, and we walked up on them, and they just showed us love. And like, we was like, hey, can we get down with y'all? And they let us get on the mic. I hopped on the drums. You know what I'm saying? It was love, and people just started crowding to the point where police officers literally came and had to tell everybody, okay, there's too many people. You know what I mean? And we don't speak their language. They don't speak a whole lot of ours, you know what I'm saying? But the music kept us connected, and it was love. And it just showed me that, the world is bigger. So for those of you who may be in situations where you're not getting the kind of clout that you think you deserve in your city, you're not getting the kind of spins, or you're not getting the kind of play that you think you deserve or that you want, sometimes it's okay to step back and step outside of yourself or find a new environment to be in to really reaffirm that belief, reaffirm just that faith in what it is music does to people. And you'll see for yourself, like, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, if you're walking your path and you're true to yourself and to your art, man, like, it's going to be lovely. And Tokyo did that for me. It really showed me, like, they love it.
Now, same subject as far as Soul Slim and stuff. I know you were on Vice City.
Yeah.
Did Binge Boulevard.
Yeah.
Talk to the people about the work that goes behind this stuff before you get to Japan and putting in the work to do it and get it done.
It's a hustle. It's a hustle. Just like anything else. If you want to be the best baker in your city, you got to learn how to bake the best. So you got to sit there and cook. You got to sit there and labor. You got to sit there and be a student of your craft. And, we made this decision very, very young. Just like any other success story or video or movie you've seen about any kind of musician or group, we had situations where we got messed over. We were 15, 16. I think I might have been 14. Going to like Club 1600 here in Fort Worth.
Just for the record, what was your stage name at 14?
I think I was going to buy hot sauce or something.
I knew the answer to that.
It was something like that. Come on. But going out there getting screwed over, trying to do these talent shows just for nothing to eat. It's a grind, man. But to see my brothers succeed has been one of the most fulfilling experiences I've had in music, because it's so many of us out here who are trying to do this, and we're simply not celebrating each other enough, and we're not acknowledging when great things are happening. And I'm just so proud that it happened within the folds of my bloodline, because we really put a lot into this from a very young age. And just to see my brothers eat is beautiful, and the whole move has been great. And I just can't wait to see what happens next.
Okay. Also, a lot of people get judged for not just what they're doing, but sometimes how they look, whatever. Has anybody else's judgment or bullying or anything ever kept you from or kind of hindered you from doing anything musically? or following a dream?
I can't say that I've ever been bullied. I will say sometimes, it's easy to be a victim of your own ignorance. It's easy to be a victim of your own doubt. And it's easy to be intimidated by people that you think are doing better than you. So while nobody has ever bullied me into a corner and said, you can't make no music, you suck, no one's ever done that to me. But I definitely have put myself in a position like where I'm looking around the room like, dang, like, am I really at the same, you can't help but do that. You size people up. But at the end of the day, like, it's not if you could just, I had to learn to accept that it's not about that. At the end of the day, if all I'm making music for is for competing with other people, then I'm probably not going to be successful, and I'm certainly not doing it for the right reason. And that's when people start losing passion. Passion is from what comes within you. So if you decide, I love this, this is what I was made to do, then you just do it, regardless of what anybody else thinks of it.
That's true. Side note, I completely forgot about this before the interview, but I've only put out a few videos, but I did get a couple of weird comments. I'm like, and I don't know what I was more excited about, like the fact that my page was getting likes, or the two comments that were saying something smart, because I had something in me ready to say to them. I'm like, and I didn't. I'm like, I'm gonna save that for one of my videos. And just ran about that later and make it more content. That's fine. Keep feeding me.
It's a hustle, man. Yeah. That's what they're supposed to do. Trolls make people. People don't understand that, man. Trolls make people. You trolling, if that's your lane, troll. But I'm not tripping off you. I'm finna eat off of that.
I've already been knocked for this hat 2 or 3 times. So
that's fine. They got Fresh Prince written all over me. I'm messing with it.
Yeah, man. I didn't even think about the Fresh Prince, but yeah, my sister got that for me in Universal Studios from Back to the Future. So yeah, man.
It was dope.
Bro, I like it. I get compliments on it everywhere, but I also get haters, and I love it.
That's their job. Let them do their job.
Next thing is, I know you have a wife and 4 boys.
Yes.
And obviously a regular day job as well.
Yeah.
Doing all this music stuff. How do you balance and not lose sight of your original goals?
Time management is everything. I have a beautiful, supportive, and amazing wife. And
love you, Alex.
Yeah, like shout out to my queen, Alexandra Causey. Shout out to my boys. Like, my family is incredibly supportive of what it is that I do. So, for me as a person, my personal situation, is difficult because, you have 4 kids that you got to feed. You got to go get that bread. You got to go make that happen. They don't understand, oh, this show fell through or this promoter didn't want to, they don't get that. They just know, Daddy, I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You secure that bag first. But, you make sure that you make time for what it is that you're driven to do. Everything, if you're called to do something, it should be ingrained in everything that you do. So you don't want to necessarily organize that around your life. You want to organize your life around that. So that's what I mean by time management. I have to make sure that I have this time so that I can build this. If this is what my legacy is going to be, it's going to take water, it's going to take nutrients, it's going to take care.
Yeah.
So, you have to manage your time in a way that allows you to do that.
That being said, I mean, I've seen you in the studio several times with the kids, still up, doing stuff.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going to affect them in the long run, seeing their dad, really follow his dream and keep doing what he's doing? Do you think they're going to follow music, or are they're going to apply it to something else?
They're going to do what they want to do. Like, I don't think, when my dad, when I came out, my dad looked at me and said, musician. I don't think that's how that went down. He demonstrated to me from a very young age that it is important for you to have self-worth. It is important for you to be confident in yourself and to be unafraid to tackle new things. My mom taught me the importance of hard work, diligence, perseverance, and loyalty. Like these elements combined, put to practice with what I'm called to do, will facilitate a future. So yeah, in a way, yes. The values I instill in my children, I definitely expect them to use those to send them off into whatever they decide to do in life. But man, it would be dope if I had 4 little musicians. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
That being said, obviously the music's very serious to you, but every now and then you got to get goofy with some stuff, right?
You got to live,
and
man. Yeah.
It was really funny because, guys, if you haven't checked out the Fandom Flashbacks group page, it is on there. You can find it. But there's a video that Willie did.
Willie P. Shout out to my guy.
Which was the spoof off of, what is that?
Old Town Road.
Old Town Road. And called, I Ain't Passing Nothing. Talking about passing the blunt. And I was not passing the blunt. I was dying because he posted it. And my mom doesn't know who Willie is. She just thinks it's like somebody trolling my page. And I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay because he's really kind of exemplifying what I'm trying to do here is be yourself and you know, like I said, Fandom Flashbacks, guys, is me selling memorabilia of comics or you know, Dungeons and Dragons if that's what you're into, music, sports, whatever it is you're into, it's going to be memorabilia revolved around that, and it's just about being yourself. And I want to bring that kind of merchandise to people because for me, I've seen my face light up when my daughter gets a toy. Like, it brings happiness. So doing you. And when he was doing him, just being goofy, riding the horse, singing this song that he made up, I was like, this is perfect. I need that on my page. This is exactly what I want. So I know originally y'all just did part of a clip of the song, and then it got big, and y'all had to do an extended version.
So it was like, it's just so strange how things work out. Like, shout out to my man Willie P. Man, he just a goofball, man. He's one of the most, you know, caring individuals that I've ever known. You know what I'm saying? But he's also one of the goofiest people you'll ever meet. He's just a really funny guy, great guy to be around. But we was just chilling. He was like, "Hey man, I came up with, you know, hey, what you think about this?" And he just started, "Got some Ozy, some gas, Ozy gas fag." I was like, then he went out and shot it. Like he just went and like it was put together really fast. And he sent it out to Oka Nation. Shout out to Oka Nation, one of the best visual guys in the game, for real. And he put it together for him, man. And once I saw that it hit like 10,000, like as quickly as it did, I was like, "Oh my, bro, we need to." And people were asking him, people was hitting him up like, "Hey, where's the rest of the song? You gonna do this?" We knocked out the song, man. Like it was, bro, it was crazy.
Just blowing him up, asking for more.
Yeah. I mean, you know, striking while the iron is hot. It was funny. It was light, you know, and it was perfect for what it needed to be. And I'm really excited to see what the heck this guy comes up with next, man. It's gonna be crazy.
Well, like I said, the big thing for me here is doing what makes me happy and inspiring other people to do what makes them happy, regardless of the eccentricities of it or all that. And that being said, is there anything that you would say you really geek out over? And when I say geek out, you know, that heavy like obsession for something that obviously hip hop, but is there anything outside of that
I geek out over? I mean, I'm a really competitive person. I know we were just talking about competition a while ago.
I can see this.
But I like to compete in things that kind of show my skill sets in different areas. That, like, you know, some people play football, some people play baseball. I like beer pong. I like bowling. Like, I am a bowler. Whoever want that work, let's go get it. Whoever want it, for real. And I like the golf, you know what I'm saying? So like all the little things that like no one else was doing is kind of the stuff I was doing. So are there any other activity that I geek out over? Not really. But I do get very, very passionate when I'm in competition mode.
Yeah. Although I will say for the longest you did not like video games. You didn't really mess with them. Until that Wii came out, and man, you couldn't get him off Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. I'm a Tiger Woods head. I was playing Tiger Woods on PC. That's the only game. Like I played Tekken. I play, you know, Nintendo. You know, don't get me wrong. Like Otaku Gang is still very. When it comes to the gaming community, I'm not as educated as a lot of other people. But I definitely played video games growing up. But I was a Tiger Woods head. Tiger Woods. When whoever want that work, come get it for real. Y'all do 2K. I do Tiger Woods.
We were roommates for a while. I walked into the house, and if he wasn't in the studio, he was in front of that TV with the Wii.
Getting it in.
But yeah, everybody out there, follow your passions, do what makes you happy.
Yes.
Like this is what that's about. Check out Fandom Flashbacks. I got a Facebook. I got a Instagram, and I got a YouTube channel. This is definitely going to be on there. So check it out. Check out Martale. Check out Solar Slim and Richie Branson if you haven't. And check out that Willie video, man. It's hilarious. We'll catch y'all later.